Hi Alex, how are you doing?
Hi.
I can't thank you enough for volunteering to do this tarot talk. The idea is for Mr GTV is just to allow people to meet people and to understand what tarot is and what it isn't, and to sort of dispel some of the myths. Have you ever had a tarot reading before, Alex?
Yeah, I've had a couple in the past.
Okay. When was the last time we spoke? Because I've not seen you for ages. You're looking very nice today. Whereabouts in the world are you?
Down in the southwest, so near Salisbury.
Okay. Is that your hometown, or is that just where you are now?
Just where we are now. I'm from the Midlands.
You're from the Midlands, are you? How long have you been where you are now?
Oh, since 2017. Yeah, so talking about, 5 years coming on.
Happy there? Good?
Yeah, very happy. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, what we're going to do, I'm going to do a past, present and future with you, Alex. And as I say, I really appreciate you being a volunteer. And then if you want to, when we go off cam, I'm going to answer some of your questions with tarot that you want answering, but maybe you can just ask me a random question for the camera as well. So I need a number off you. Generally speaking, I'd say pick a card, but we can't because I'm in Thailand and you're 7,000 miles away. So I want you to give me a number. I've got 72 cards here. Give me a number between 0 and 72. First number that comes to mind for your past.
27.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not looking at it. I'm going to put it there. And I want a number now for your now moment, which we call the present. Where you are in your life now.
19.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the first one that you chose, just doing a bit of a numerology thing, was 27, which is the number 9, if you add them together.
Oh, yeah.
And the number 9, there's different ways of interpreting that, but 9 is the German word for no. So sometimes it's a no. If you've got a question in your mind and then 20, a number comes up that adds up to 9, it means it's a no. But 9 also is a circle with a tail coming down. So it's normally the answer to a question that you've been asking. A 6 is a circle with the tail going up. So that is you asking the question. So if it comes up with a 6, I usually say you're asking a question, but 9 would be the answer. That's the way that's the way that that works. And then the second number that you asked for was 19. That's got a 9 in it as well. So it's a 1 and a 9, and the 1 is the I am, which is you getting the answer to a question, which is quite often no. 1 and the 9 gives you a 10, which is the highest ascended number. So it means that at the moment you're on your spiritual path, and that's just working with the numbers. So just showing off there with my numerology skills. I want a card for your future. So a number between 0 and 72 for your future now.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is stability. It's like 4 legs on a table or a chair, and it sits firmly on the floor. Its firm foundations is 4. 3 would be like a stool, which would be a bit wobbly, 4 is firm foundations, and it's becoming all square, which is normally legal matters, justification, justice, getting back to basics. That's what 4 is. So anyway, let's look at your first card. Fulfillment of wishes in the past. I don't know if you can see that. I know that I've got a bit of a background there that might be interfering with the image, but it comes up with Pandora's box opening. And funnily enough, it actually comes up with the number 9 on the card. Having just talked about 9, you've actually got, you can't make this up, it actually, the card that you chose added up to 9, and it's actually got 9 on the card before I even looked at it. It's a green card, which means that for a long time in the past, your life has been dominated by trying to seek what it is that you love, trying to find your passion, your desire, looking for things that activates and sort of excites your heart. And you've always had almost like a box half open. So it's never been a closed box. So there has been things in your life that you love. I'm just turning that fan off. There has been things in your life that you love, but it's never been fully open. This is the past. You've never had your heart fully open in a variety of activities. Maybe never had anything specific that you can throw yourself fully into. There's always been an element of, is this right? Is it not right? I'm in the right place. Am I not in the right place? Does this fit? Does this not fit? There's been a bit of a doubt and judgment. You're quite learned, and you're quite male as well. I know you're a female. While I'm doing this, I'm in female. The energy of me, although you can see a man, I'm in female. You're a lady, a woman. You're a female, but in certain aspects of your activities and your thoughts and your vocabulary, you can be assertive, which would put you into male energy. So if you were like, you know, a police lady, or if you're in a regimented sort of profession, uniformed or in authority, maybe a judge, that would be quite male energy. This is suggesting that you have been in the past quite male energy, learning, and you have had these two waterfalls, lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm. You've always thrown yourself into things fully, probably trying to find out whether or not it's for you or not. And there's always been learning, and you've always looked. There's an image here which you can't see, but that's the image. You've always looked. The background is actually destroying that. It's just the effect I've got. But I'll send you a photograph of this. You've always been one to smell the roses, so you'd be always mindful of where you are in your surroundings. You're observant. You've had awareness, and you have stopped. You've not been on a hamster wheel too much. You have stopped and assessed, and you've weighed it up, and there has been growth, and it's been organic growth. So there's been no major shocks, but sometimes that can be, with no disrespect, no shocks, no surprises. You can be on a bit of a conveyor belt of repeat.
Yeah.
And that sort of like signifies where you were in the past. I'll choose a past card for you. Okay, so you've given up a lot in the past. This is the sacrifice card. It comes up with the number 12, which is the Trinity, 1, 2, 3. As I say, it's been a bit wobbly. And you've always been aware of the Trinity is, you are a mind, body, spirit person. You know, so you are aware, smelling the roses, of your spiritual self. You're very mentally alert, and you're aware of your thought life, and that can sometimes defeat you. That could be your best friend or your worst enemy, because you can overthink negatively, and you're also mind, body, spirit. The body aspect, you're very fit. I'm not saying that I'm not trying to chat you up. What I'm saying is that you are athletic. You are a strong woman. You know, where you've got physical strength and athletic qualities. You've given things up in the past, so you've had an astute awareness of when something is past its sell-by date, and instead of sinking, you've moved on and evolved so that you haven't gone under. So you are a survivor. You are a winner. So I think that's a pretty good assessment with one card as to where you are. Can you take what I've said?
Yeah, definitely, because I've always wanted, like, I'm very creative, and I've always wanted to start a business, you know, on the sidelines, just as something for fun, and I do make a lot of things, but I've never put my whole soul into it and done it because of fear of like needing a proper job, because obviously if you go, you know, self-employed, so I've always wanted an actual job, and then do this on the side. So that definitely sums up where there's always been opportunities, and I have made things, but I've you know, bought a website, but I've never actually fulfilled it. I've never, like, I'm on Instagram, but then I don't, you know, and I've put some things on, but I don't
Follow
do
through.
it regularly enough. Yeah, professionally. So
Have you got a question, an unanswered question from the past that you'd like some spiritual guidance on?
I suppose from the past. Yeah, should I should I follow my heart and, you know, basically carry this on, this creative side of me, and as a sideline on top of my other job? You know, am I capable? Am I able to?
Yeah.
Will it be a success? I think
Okay,
that's
cool.
the sort of,
I would say that you should always follow your heart.
yeah.
I would say, this is just me now, not the cards. We're going to look at the cards. I would say that a real good question I ask all my clients and students and friends and anybody is, what's more important, what you know or how you feel?
Yeah.
And it's always how you feel. You know, you
Yeah.
can do loads of stuff and be a real smart ass, but if you don't feel very good, you know, it's no good to you. So
Yeah.
I would always follow your heart and go for things that put a smile on your face. That's just a Mike Garner answer. Give me a number now to answer that question.
23.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You're seeing it first, although I'm aware I'll have to be careful what backgrounds are put on here in future.
Oh yeah, obstacles and
But
challenges.
you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Okay, so there is. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. It's not helpful, this background. It looks very cool, but it's not helping us. Let me just see if I can change the background. And let's just get out of this background malarkey, and then you can see the cards. There you go. So
Okay.
that's the card that you need to see. Can you see what it says?
Yeah, obstacles and challenges.
Yeah, it's obstacles and challenges and change. And I think what that's saying is that you have had obstacles and challenges, and there has been change. 5 is change, but this is a tightrope walk, and it's a leap of faith. Can you see that? It's a leap of faith. So I think it takes a leap of faith. Most of the things that I do, and I'm quite happy to admit this on YouTube, I'm a motor mechanic by background. When we first met, and I think I first met you in Germany, yeah?
Yeah.
I was working corporately for that particular part of where you were at that time.
Yeah.
I came to visit and did some mentoring and some sharing of knowledge and some tutoring and coaching, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just starting at that time, coming out of an engineering profession. I'd been a martial arts instructor. I'd set up my coaching company, and coming to work with you and your friends left and right. That was one of my first gigs abroad corporately. I made no bones about it, and I've got a lot of good friends from those days that I blagged my way into that and made it up as I went along. I was fully qualified to do it, but that course that you were part of was my invention. I delivered it. I'm dead proud of it. I think it was really good, and I was passionate about it, and it was a leap of faith. When somebody in those days, and I'm going back possibly to, when would that have been? 2012, 2013?
Yeah, 12.
Maybe before that, yeah, maybe even before that. I came to Germany several times and worked with you people. I was asked to do it. And can you do that for us, Mike? And I always said yes. And then I learned how to do it after.
Okay.
I've done that so many times. I've worked with health authorities, education authorities. I've worked in hospitals. I've worked for different companies. And I have my knowledge, like you've got your passion, you've got your creativity. And then when somebody asks me, can I do something? I say yes, and I go and work out how I'm going to do it. And that's what that's about. That's why I've told you that story, because it's a leap of faith. And that person there is barefoot. In other words, not dressed up. I didn't come to your company to that environment suited and booted. I came as I am. I put a smile on my face, you know, and I turned up and did my thing, and it went down really well. I think that if you sell yourself, that whatever product or service that you're going to move into, and whether you promote it on Instagram or wherever you do it, it's you that people are buying into, not your product or service. So you just work on yourself. You put your heart into it. You smile and you sell that smile. You sell that passion. That's what that's about. It's a leap of faith. And what it actually shows there is a lot of orbs around you. Spirits have got your back. They want you to be successful. You've got a very powerful soul group, and that's why you've done the work, you've done the scholarship, and there's all this energy around you, and there's a Pandora's box waiting to open, and it's all about a fulfillment of wishes and doing something that's your heart's desire. So as long as you love it and you can communicate to people, people will love you and love what you're selling or your product or service. And that's the answer.
Okay.
So let's look at the now card for you. Patience. So it's all about timing. And it's saying here that you've planted the seeds and you've just got to wait for them to grow.
Okay.
Again, it's come up with the 1 and the 4, which is 5. Now that one says there, a leap of faith in 5.
Oh, yeah.
That one there is 1 and 4, which is 5. So I think that you're going to have an opportunity in May.
Okay.
Now it's the 18th of March today, so that gives you about 6 or 7 weeks to get into May. So whatever you're thinking of doing, get yourself into the right mindset and the mental and emotional courage and fortitude to smile, know what your product or service is, and then reinvent yourself and say yes to everything. No closes doors. Fear closes doors. And we're in a shitty world at the moment, and you can shift and you can help other people shift. And if you are empowering people or making people happy, making people feel good, you'll feel good and you'll make them feel good. But I'm absolutely positive, looking at that card, that it says there that it's in your hands.
Yeah.
There's a seed in your hands and it's going to flower. There's lots of cards here and they're not all positive. So don't think I've got a happy tarot deck. You know, if the answer was no, you're going to bomb, I'd tell you the truth.
Yeah.
It doesn't suggest that you're going to bomb, and it suggests maybe the reason you volunteered for this in March is because you need to know to get your act in order in May. And what I'm going to ask you, Alex, is maybe at the end of May I can come back and check in with you and find out what it was all about, because most people forget, but I don't. And obviously we're recording this, you'll have the recording, and you can go back and see whether or not that's right. Your future. Oh, I'll tell you what, let me pick a card for your now. Ah, there you go. Firm foundations with mountains to climb. Getting yourself fit for the journey. And again, it's quite male. It's quite male. So you've got to have some backbone and you've got to be assertive, but you've also got to be lovely feminine energy as well. But you've got to be driven. But there are peaks ahead. And these peaks will give you the firm foundations and the stability that you're looking for in your life, so you don't feel that you're on a hamster wheel and you're just on repeat, which is what we said before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Partnerships and alliances for the future. It's creating and strengthening your team. This actually, the way that, if it's come up that way, if it had come up that way, it would have been a male lifting you to a position of power and strength. It's not that, and I'm not surprised knowing you. That this is you that's actually putting out the helping hand. So you're looking for partnerships and alliances on your terms, but you've got to know what your terms are. You've got to define yourself and create almost like an avatar of the future you starting from May. You've got to have a clearly defined idea about the woman that you want to be, and also maybe the life that you want. Create a pictorial image of it. It's like law of attraction stuff, and also know who your customer is. So it's actually partnerships and alliances. And I said about 3 in Trinity, which I mentioned before, the mind, body, spirit. That's come up again. It's actually getting yourself mentally fit, emotionally stable, and spiritually on purpose. And if you get those 3 things aligned, you won't go wrong. But you are not going to be alone. We've already said you've got a metaphysical, spiritual, invisible team. You passed over loved ones and your soul guides and all that. Whether you believe in them or not, they exist. But this is actually Earth team. So it's your relationship, your major relationship, your significant other, if you like. It's your family. It's getting everything in the right place. And it suggests, as I said before, that you are the leader. You are the team leader. You're the pack leader in that situation, that you're top dog.
Yeah.
And if you are top dog, these partnerships and alliances on your terms, and this is a mental card, so it's mentally owning that leadership, and it's mentally driving it, having set some, like having a business plan or a life plan, and getting a clear picture of the woman that you want to be from May forward. So I think it's perfect actually that you've done this now, because having been told this, you can start to get yourself ready. I'll give you a card for the future. Okay, very, very good. Wisdom. This is very much now. When I look at this card, the card doesn't tell me what to say. It comes up with different things in my mind every time. That's my intuition working. But it suggests to me that you'll be moving into premises or another house.
Okay.
And you can't make it up. It's all coming up with fives. It's May again. So this is you'll be introduced to a team that has premises, or you'll be getting premises, or you'll be moving house. And this is somebody, again, male, with a big red book. And it brings to mind, in my day, Eamon Andrews, This Is Your Life.
Yeah.
And it's looking at your life stories and taking the learnings before May, knowing what you did wrong, learning from it, picking yourself up and not making those same mistakes again. And also recognizing your strengths, your achievements, and picking yourself up on that to empower yourself to do greater things. And you've got these mountains to climb, and every time you achieve something, you fall forward, you gain more strength, more confidence, and you go to better peaks.
Yeah.
That's what this is about. It's about life lessons. And you've got a little dog there, a little white dog, and that's almost like I look at that. When I see that, it's like children. It's like pets. I know children aren't pets. I'm not being derogatory, but you take your family along on the journey. In other words, what you do is, this isn't just the business that you're in the business of your life. And as you grow as a businesswoman, or in your occupation, or whatever it is that you do, even if it's a hobby or a pastime, although it's driven by you and you're the team leader, don't forget every member of your family, even including the dog. That's what that's about. That your success is your family's success. And that you teach from that as a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter. You know, your life is about every aspect of you. That's the holistic achievements.
Yeah.
I think that's very positive. I think that's extremely positive. Any questions, Alex?
No, I think that was it really for the creative side of me and work-wise.
I think it's really exciting. I'm going to have a chat with you off cam, but I can't thank you enough. What's the weather like in your part of the world at the moment?
It's actually really sunny. Yesterday it was miserable, and today it's really sunny, but it's supposed to be sun all weekend, so it'd be nice. Maybe go down to the beach. Just
so that people know, and just so that I know, what is the creative sort of industry that you're thinking of moving into?
They're wall decorations, and mirrors. So I upcycle mirrors with driftwood and seashells, and I make mermaids for wall decorations. Just quite a very arty and an upcycling person. Like, I just like making benches out of crates and
have you formed a company yet? Have you got a company, or have you got a brand or something?
So I decided with Coast Drift, and I designed the logo, but like I say, it's just that's on Instagram, but then I bought a domain name, so now I just need to build a website, I suppose, and make it official.
You and I know that you know Jimmy Deans.
Jimmy Deans.
Think back. You know Jimmy and Sabina.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, I didn't want to say where from.
Sabina, definitely. I was thinking Jimmy, but yeah, definitely know Sabina. Yeah.
Well, Jimmy's the IT guy where you were.
Ah, okay.
Built all my websites. He's the guy to see. Absolutely superb. We'll talk off cam. What's the domain name, Alex? What's the domain name?
Oh God, this is how bad it is. I did it last year. I think it's did I do a co.uk? I think it's covesdrift.co.uk.
Coast Drift.
Cove, like a
cove.
I used to live near Lulworth Cove, so Coves Drift.
Beautiful. And how do people find you on Instagram, Alex?
Same name, so Coves Drift.
Coves Drift, fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, when I post this to the channel, to YouTube, maybe you can come on and say hi, and then put your links, and then people know where you are, because that's how it works. It's all networking.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to turn the camera off now, and we're going to talk. Thanks ever so much, Alex. Take care.
Thanks a lot. Cheers, Mike.
You're welcome.